Good morning, everybody. In yesterday's class, we learned the chlorine, its preparation methods, then physical properties and some chemical properties. So in this class, we are going to discuss about the remaining chemical properties of chlorine. In yesterday's class, we will learn the chemical properties of chlorine, that is first reaction with metals. Whenever the chlorine can react with metals to form the metal chlorides, that is sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, aluminum chloride, etc. Then second chemical property, chlorine can react with non-metals like to the phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen, then it forms the corresponding non-metal chlorides. Third chemical property, that is reaction with waters. When chlorine can react with waters or dissolved in waters to form the sodium hypochlorites. Fourth one, that is the reaction with hydrocarbons. Whenever the saturated hydrocarbons can react with chlorine to form the corresponding alkyl chlorides, that is the substitution reactions, while the chlorine can react with unsaturated compounds, that may be alkenes or alkynes, then it gives the addition reactions. So all these chemical properties becomes same. So in this class, learn the remaining chemical properties. The next chemical property, that is 6. That name of chemical property, reaction with alkalis. Reaction with alkali, that is base. Alkali may be potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, can react with chlorine to give the which reactions. First of all, whenever the chlorine can react with dilute and cold alkali, then it forms the chlorides and hypochlorites. Cl2 reacts with chlorine, reacts with cold dilute alkali to gives chlorides and hypochlorites. When the chlorine can react with cold or dilute alkali, then it forms the chlorides and hypochlorites. For example, this Cl2 can react with NaOH, that is alkali, sodium hydroxide. That sodium hydroxide is taken in a cold condition and dilute in nature. Cold condition and dilute in nature. Then it forms sodium chloride. First product, and second one is the sodium hypochlorite, NaOCl. Sodium chloride, salt, common salt, and sodium hypochlorite. For that purpose, you have to require 2 moles of alkali. Then it gives NaCl, NaOCl, sodium hypochlorite, and remaining is these 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen to use the water molecule. So this is the sodium chloride, and second product is the sodium hypochlorite. When reacts with cold and dilute alkali. Then chlorine reacts with hot and concentrate alkali. Chlorine reacts with hot and concentrate alkali to gives chlorides. To gives chlorides. And another one is the chlorate. Chlorides and chlorate. For example, this chlorine can react with alkali, that is sodium hydroxide, NaOH, in hot and concentrate condition. Hot and concentrate condition. Then it gives what? First product is the sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Second one is the sodium chlorate. Sodium chlorate. This is sodium chloride, first product, and second one is the sodium chlorate. And finally it gives the water, that is 2H2O. So chloride and chlorates, these two products are given whenever the chlorine can react with the hot and concentrate alkali like the NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Then chlorine reacts with dry. Chlorine reacts with dry, shaked, slacked lime. Chlorine reacts with dry, slaked lime to give the bleaching powder. To give bleaching powder. How? Whenever the chlorine is reacts with shaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide, then it gives the CaOCl2, calcium oxychloride. Then it gives the calcium oxychloride is the bleaching powder. Calcium oxychloride is the bleaching powder, byproduct calcium chloride, and remaining is the water. See again the reaction. Chlorine can react with calcium hydroxide, that is lime, soda lime, calcium hydroxide, to give the calcium oxychloride. Calcium oxychloride is the bleaching powder which is used for the purification of drinking water, that is a sterilizing agent. So this calcium oxychloride is formed. Again calcium chlorides and water is given out. So these reactions can occur of chlorines with alkali in a different conditions. Then see the oxidizing property of chlorine. Why chlorine can show the oxidizing properties. Next property of chlorine, that is oxidizing property. Chlorine can shows the oxidizing properties in only moistures. That means what? Chlorine is in contact with the water, then it forms the oxidizing properties like to the bleaching properties. So see the oxidizing property. Chlorine oxidizes ferrous salt to ferric salt. Ferrous salt to ferric salt, and ferrous salt to ferric salt, and sulfides to sulfates. Sulfides to sulfates. For example of ferrous salt, that is FeSO4. Example, ferrous sulfate. Ferrous sulfate is oxidized by using chlorine with sulfuric acid. Ferrous sulfate oxidized with chlorine by using sulfuric acid H2SO4, then we get the ferrous sulfate. Ferrous sulfate, FeSO4 3. So this is the ferrous salt, this is the ferric salt, ferric sulfate. Ferrous can convert into the ferric whenever the chlorine is used as the oxidizing agent or oxidizing properties. Then again the sulfides can convert into the sulfates. For example, for that purpose, sodium sulfide Na2SO3. Sodium sulfide can react with chlorine in moisture. Sodium sulfide can react with chlorine in moisture, then it undergoes oxidizations to form the Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate. Sulfite is converted to the sulfate by using the chlorines. So these are the oxidizing properties of chlorine. So it shows the chlorine acts as the oxidizing agent for different chemical reactions. Then next, last property, chemical property, that is bleaching property. Bleaching property of chlorine. We know whenever the chlorine is dissolved in water or in moist, then it forms the sodium hypochlorite, NaOCl. Again that NaOCl is heated to form the nascent oxygen, and that nascent oxygen acts as the bleaching properties. That nascent oxygen is used to convert colored organic matters into colorless. Means what? It undergoes the bleaching properties. Chlorine shows bleaching property in moisture. That is water. How? Suppose this Cl2 is dissolved in moisture, water, to form the HCl plus HOCl. This hypochlorite, HOCl. Chlorine shows the bleaching property in moistures, in water, and liberates nascent oxygen which is responsible for bleaching. Means what? The oxygen is removed from that chlorine, reacts with water. That oxygen is used as the bleaching properties. In first step, chlorine dissolved in water to form the HCl and HOCl, hypochlorite. In second step, that HOCl is heated to give the nascent oxygen atom, single nascent oxygen atom. This nascent oxygen atom is used to convert color organic compounds into the colorless. Suppose colored organic matter can react with nascent oxygen. Any color organic matter reacts with oxygen, then it forms the colorless compound. Colorless. The color is disappear. Then that reaction is called as what? Bleaching action. So chlorine can show the bleaching property. All these are the chemical properties of chlorines. Then lastly, see the uses of chlorine. How to use the chlorine? Which are the purposes? chlorine. Uses of Cl2. See one by one. First, very important use of chlorine is used for the purification of drinking water. It is used for purification of drinking water. Used what? The chlorine is used for the sterilization of water. That is called as purification of water. Second, it is used for extraction of metals. Extraction of metals like gold and platinum. These are the precious metals, gold and platinum, which can be extracted. That process is called as metallurgy. In that metallurgy, whenever the gold and platinum is extracted, at that time we have to require for the purification or extraction chlorine. So we can write only the extraction of metals like gold and platinum. Chlorine can be used. Chlorine is used in manufacture of paper pulp. Then textile. In textile industries, that is cloth industries, textiles. Then rayons. In manufacture of paper pulp, textiles and rayons, the chlorine can be used. Again, it is used in manufacture of dyes. Different colors or dyes can be prepared by using the chlorines. Then drugs, different medicines. Drugs indicate different medicines. Then organic compounds like CCl4 carbon tetrachloride, CHCl3 chloroform. That can be used as anesthetic whenever any person can operates in operation surgeries. At that time chloroform is used. So that chloroform or carbon tetrachloride can also prepared by using the chlorines. Then DDT also can be prepared, and refrigerators. All these things are prepared by using the chlorines. Means what? The manufacture of all these compounds chlorines have required. Then chlorine is also used for preparation of poisonous gases. Like phosgene. The chlorine is used for the preparation of poisonous gases like phosgene, then tear gas and mustard gas. Tear gas and mustard gas. So all these poisonous gases can be prepared by using the chlorines. Here the chlorine becomes poured, that is preparation methods of chlorine, then physical properties, chemical properties, and lastly uses of chlorine can be seen. In next class, that is tomorrow, we will discuss about the hydrochloric acid, HCl, how to prepare the HCl, then its physical properties and chemical properties with the uses. Okay, thank you.